I'm proud of my team. We've got a lot of things we've gone through, and talked about it all day Sunday, talked about it, practiced it Monday, talked about it last night, and we just haven't been playing with the grit. I think Brad's done an unbelievable job here. His team played so hard and semi-out of control for 2 years, and what he's done with them is he's made them play hard and is in control. And we beat a good basketball team, but talked about the things that were weaknesses for us, our starts. We got off to a great start. In fact, they had 2 kids that hit threes that I'm not sure. Even Jones and Williams, they don't hit that many, and that was the only buckets they scored early. And thought we had a running game going. I thought we rebounded decent. I thought we got the ball into Xavier. And then Cash got in foul trouble, and we kind of fell apart, and that happens, and it happens because of turnovers, and there were turnovers for touchdowns. Thank God for Rocket and Xavier. I thought they played awfully well, and I hope Ayo's okay. I really do. He's a great kid and a great player, and I don't know, prayers are out to him. So come back at the end. Xavier got so sick of missing layups that he decided to dunk one finally, and dunk it he did. But bizarre ending after we played so well, and but maybe that'll help propel us forward, because we beat a good team in front of an electrifying crowd, and I'm proud of my guys. I'm proud. We fought the whole time. We fought in the huddle, we fought on the bench, we just made it that was what we were going to do, and considering our best player really had an average game, that was a hell of a win for us.
You're the right coach.
Sorry, you're so good defensively in that first half. And then the second was, were there some breakdowns, or were they just starting to make a lot of shots?
The breakdowns were the turnovers for touchdowns. They just ran it at us. And then we got tired, we can't guard a couple of those guys with some of the guys we were guarding with. And then Cassius was playing with 4 fouls, and X was playing with 4 fouls, and that makes you guard different. And they did a good job. They just ran it right down our throats as far as tact. And I thought it was a crazy game both ways. I'm sure neither coach was real excited about some of the calls, but that's the way it is. It would probably been a tough game to officiate, tough game to play in, but our defense was so good early, and it was not great late, but we just weren't very good offensively late because of some of the lineups we had in there. X was playing tired. Rocket never played that many minutes. So I don't know, combination of both. They did a good job, we did a poor job. We found a way to win.
Saying you're the right.
Tom, you mentioned about Rocket not playing that many minutes. He played on the ball with the ball in his hands. Was aggressive early scoring. I guess, you keep talking about maybe a breakout game, but how much do you guys need that from him, the way he played tonight?
Well, to get 4 guys in double figures, as you know, we've had 1 or 2, and considering how, Cash played, we needed it big time. The other big disappointment for me is I think we're leading the conference in free throw shooting. And, Cash missing 2 out of 3, and then we missed Markey 1 and 1, 1 and 1. And those are a lot of free throws to miss. It might seem like 7 of 14. To me, it's 7 of 17 or 18 because they were front ends of 1 and 1. And those are things that cost you, and we had a lot of work to shore up, but we needed a win. We needed a win on the road, and we needed a win against a quality team. And tough environment. Illinois, I know they lost 2 in a row, but people are going to lose 2 and 3 in a row. Illinois is going to do it. They're going to bounce back. Michigan State's going to do it. I don't know, I heard Maryland won by 1 at Nebraska. This league is, those of you that are writers that are old, speaking of old, look at them. Bill, you doing texting? You don't know how to text. You've been here, you're older than anybody in this room. Probably the whole time, you've never seen the Big Ten like this. Never. Not weird, it's good. It's good. It's really good from top to bottom. There's a lot of good teams. A lot of good teams. And so, I'll take this going into a big weekend for us. Who knows what it'll do, but it'll definitely jumpstart us some.
Got one back here to the left.
That last huddle that led to Xavier's dunk, what was drawn up, and how much of that, Xavier coming from the weak side there is actually by design, even though it was off of the mist?
I think they ran it just like I drew it up. The truth of it is, we try to get Cash, try to get Henny in the post, try to get Cash off a double. I said if it breaks down, you're going to have to get it, try to penetrate and get up on a board. And that's what he did, So really there were two parts to it before that didn't work. And then it was put in Cash's hands, and even though he struggled, he got it up there. And but I'm so proud of Xavier because, let's face it, guys, we've missed a bunch of layups, and he's missed them, and it's cost us 2 or 3 games. And as the players said to him in the locker room, he left no doubt on the layup this time, and that was needed.
I was going to ask you that, as much as things don't seem to bother Xavier very much, yet that's got to feel for him, for everybody, especially the way the Indiana game ended, missing the lob, and
Wisconsin.
that kind of happened, and he was able to kind of dunk it and kind of get rid of some of those thoughts.
Yeah, I think so, and now, we're going to have to, figure out how to move forward, but I think we did some things that I really, the start and the defense the first half, the defense the first 25, 27 minutes, 30 minutes was really good. It's the turnovers is what killed us to start at after 5 minutes of the second half. I think we were up 21 or 2 or 3.
20 points was the largest.
That was the largest.
Here to the left.
Tom, when you're, like you said, your best player isn't playing for a lot more of the game than you would like, I guess, just how does that change everything? What is different and what kind of happened tonight for that?
Well, for us, Lawyer played a little bit and, struggled some, and then we played Rocket at the point some, and we put the ball in Aaron's hands a little bit, and he turned it over some. How many turnovers we end up with? 16. Cash still had 4, and we had a couple breakaways. I love what he did at the end, but he was way better at the beginning of that game, but there's still moments and times when still some out-of-body experiences. Got a couple of breakaways that should have been dunks, and they intercepted them. And so to play and beat a good team, a really good team, with him, what did he end up with? I guess he got 12 points. I don't know how free throws. So, for him to get 12 points and play, how many minutes did he play? That's the least amount of minutes he's played in 3 years, I think. So that was big for us, too, that we found other guys to answer the bell.
Here to the right.
And in particular with that hot start, it wasn't just the first few minutes either. It seemed like it kept building and building throughout that half.
Yeah, I think it really did. And, every huddle we said, let's not. And like I said, the second half, give them credit. That's a good ball club. I'm sure everybody will say, my wife will say, what the hell happened in the second half? Well, Illinois is good too. And yet the turnovers, guys, it's ridiculous. And I've said it many a times, and tonight we had some, and I thought we did a great job getting loose balls in the first half and not as good in the second half, but I had some guys that were dead tired because of who I was playing and who I wasn't playing and the foul trouble we had.
Any last questions for Coach? All right, thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Michigan State lockers open.